Welcome back everyone to the channel. So right now we're going to be doing a brand new series on our channel. So I've actually played this game a few times before. It is from 2018, but I think it is actually either my number one or number two favorite game. So it is a game based on the medieval age, but more specifically the Night Age, based in Bohemia. So it aims to have incredible realism. The graphics are incredible, the living conditions are incredible, the music feels so atmospheric, and even the sword play is incredible. Like, there's no fancy moves, it is based on real life, and it just feels incredible. So let's get straight into it. So this is actually going to be an episode focused on how to do well at the very start. So I've got a fair bit of experience with this, and I intend to share everything I know with you guys. So we're going to be starting a new game, and we're going to be actually spawning in Skalitz, as you do at the very start of the game. And I'll be showing you guys how to start off well by simply raising your stats, getting better gear. So normally if you didn't have these tips and tricks, you'd probably actually be going into the next missions with your normal clothes, no weapons, nothing. And you'd have to just run from everything. But hopefully what the aim is, we're going to be trying to kill several of the enemies at least. So I'll be showing you guys how to do lockpicking. I'll show you how to be gathering gear from your enemies. I'll be showing you about stealth and that kind of stuff. So let's get straight into it. If you give it a moment though, it is still loading. So if there's anything else that anyone would like to know about this game, please just leave a comment in the down below. I'll read it and I'll try to get back to you and answer to the best of my abilities. If not, I'll still try my best to give you the answer, or find a place for the answer where you can read it, or I'll even just give you the answer as well. So there is actually only one way to get lockpicks in Skalitz. You normally get it from the next place onwards, which is actually someone else's castle, a different lord's castle. But there is one method to get it in Skalitz, and that is from one of our friends, and he's a bit of a mischievous sort. So we'll just overwrite our playline, start it. Let's not do hard mode. So Wenceslas IV has not actually done a very good job, unfortunately. So in this game, there's all kinds of things. Like, you can actually poach in this game, and so I actually also have all of the DLC for this game as well. So I hope to be able to show that for you guys as well. For your guys' benefit, I'm going to be watching the cutscenes like this. It's basically showing the daily lives of the villagers in Skalitz. If you like to in-game, you are fully capable of just completely skipping this. So I'm not actually going to be saying anything important or showing how to do anything important during this cutscene. So if you don't want to wait too long, you can just skip ahead straight through the video and you'll get there too. So the main character is a guy called Henry, and he starts out as the main character's... No, sorry, he is the main character, and he starts out as the village blacksmith's son. So we have a little bit of experience in blacksmithing, and we help our dad make swords, horseshoes and that kind of thing. And that is our mother right there.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Wow.
Daddy
It
doesn't
looks
approve.
like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's gonna hurt, lads. A smack around the ear from mum is never nice.
Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
So this is something that you guys are going to need to know very early on. Henry isn't actually able to bandage himself and stop himself bleeding yet, so there is an injury type in this game which is bleeding, and that means you gradually lose health because you're just bleeding out. So in Skalitz, we unfortunately don't actually have the knowledge to be able to bandage ourselves. We only gain that when we go to the next area and meet the local lord, and his knight helps teach us to bandage ourselves. So up to that point, if you'd like to recover health, you can go to Henry's mother and she'll bandage you, and you can also use marigold concoctions.
A fine state
which heal
you're in
you.
this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
Okay, let's see. I was working in the
I was
forge.
sweating in the forge all day yesterday, and then I was helping Fritz and Matthew with some errands. So I'd say I have a right to be a bit tired.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
Bianca, mate.
I was with Bianca. Do you want a blow-by-blow account of everything we did? What's this, an interrogation?
All right. Sorry, son. It's just that I worry about you.
Thanks, Ma, but I'm not 4 years old.
I know, Hal. You've grown up in front of my eyes. It's hard to get used to it.
His mum is fairly young considering Henry's age. Like, I don't think he's like 16. I'd say he's maybe 18 minimum to early 20s.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere as usual.
That sounds about right.
Mother.
You're nearly a grown man, Hal. Father will pass the forge on to you one day soon. You've been courting that Bianca for months now. Why do you have to keep wasting your time with those two layabouts? They're nothing but trouble.
Oh, she does not like them. I'm hungry.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Okay, so this game doesn't actually have much of an autosave feature. It only actually autosaves during certain missions, well, quests I guess you could call them, since this is kind of a medieval theme. So the other way to save the game is actually to sleep in a bed, and that will save it for you, or you have to drink a certain potion, which is called Savor's Schnapps. We'll just jack all the food because, well, why not? So remember, these things here, they will give you about 25 to 30 nourishment, So I try to be at roughly 90% because potions will actually, well, they fill your stomach up and it's not good to go over. So yeah. Okay, let's see. That takes away our energy, that's not good. We'll be selling that, plus it's worth a lot, so we'll sell it, So we'll eat 2 of these. And we'll eat this. And then that'll tide us over until probably the end of the Skalitz arc. We'll also we'll jack all of our family's food and we'll sell it at the markets because money is good. So I have a little tip, or well, trick for you guys. It's a trick, well, not really a trick, it is a tip. But it's something that not many people are going to know about. It's literally something that I found out simply because of my own hobbies. So if you've collected a certain amount of nettles, like herbalite, it's herbalism skill, so you can collect things, and it actually, the higher your herbalism skill, the more you can collect at once, and you can sell these things to the market as well. However, the main reason I'm doing this is for a bonus. So if we go here and then go to player buffs, a bonus will actually appear here and it will give us permanent plus vitality. So we're just going to keep getting the nettles until we get that bonus, because I actually plan to be fighting and mugging people later on in this episode. So we definitely need that vitality, especially if you consider that our guy is unfortunately a complete amateur at combat, because he is just the blacksmith's son. And we're going to be going up against fully trained, heavily armed guards. So I'm just going to be getting all the nettle that I see, lads. So, yeah, follow along and do the exact same thing if you want this buff too, because it really is worth it, especially at the early game, because all our stats are actually very absolute minimum. If you look here, most things are 0. Our stats, maybe 1, 2... Let's have a look. Okay, so we're going to need this because our main combat is going to be based on blocking with shields. So there is also the ripostes. I really don't know how to say it, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm referring to if you spell out the word in your head. And that actually not only blocks it, but you also strike back, and it's like kind of unblockable when you do. So it's a sure-way thing to not take damage, but also to hurt your enemy as well. And it works on the exact same mechanic as blocking does, so it is always good to get the riposte done. So unfortunately we cannot get the ripostes until a certain stage in the game, and that is after the Skalitz arc, simply because we have to be taught that by a trainer, and that trainer is available in the 3rd area that we actually visit. So for now, I'm just also increasing my herbalism because we can sell all these herbs in Skalitz to the marketplace, and that makes us some good money. So later on in the game, you do sadly get injured. I apologise for that spoiler there, but this is an episode on how to. So you'll get injured, and the apothecary has to come by and heal you. But you actually rack up quite the big debt because you are severely injured and you're pretty much on death's door. So the debt is about 250 or 150 groschen, that's what the currency is called. And you pretty much have maybe 30 by the end of the Skalitz arc, unless you deliberately set out to earn money. So I'm going to be collecting all the sage, all the other stuff, and selling it. So I don't think I've even got that nettle buff yet, because there just wasn't enough nettles. So the higher your herbalism level, the more you actually pick up at once, and it works as a radius. So you're picking up based on your relative location to your site. Let's pick up the dandelions as well, just to raise our skill. I know this is boring content, guys. If you don't want to watch me doing it, just skip over. However, I'm always telling you tips and tricks, so if you don't want to miss anything, I wouldn't advise skipping, but you can if you really, really want to. Don't worry, the whole episode is not going to be this. I can promise you that. So we don't quite need to wash ourselves yet. Let's go meet Papa. Hello, Daddy.
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling you?
Okay. So you've got speech, as well as things like strength, and it's not vitality, it is basically your social status, and the cross swords one is pretty much how dangerous you look. So you can look noble and they might think you're better, or they may get scared of you because you've got good armor on, it's shining, it looks strong, and there's bloodstains all over you, that kind of stuff.
Sorry, Father. I was taking a stroll and lost track of time. Somehow I had a feeling I was seeing everything for the first time.
Ooh, breaking the fourth
How,
wall there.
my boy? When are you going to get some sense? Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzig, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Cumans? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure, I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
So back then they didn't have refrigerators, lads. The best thing they had was a nice cool one from a basement. So there's also alchemy in this game, and it actually takes various herbs. So herbalism and alchemy pretty much go right into each other. So you have to first get the recipes, or you can kind of like experiment and discover recipes on your own if you do certain mixtures on your own. But you will need various ingredients like marigold, poppies, valerian, sage, all that good stuff. Pretty much everything that you can pick up as a herb can be used in some potion or the other, or it can be used to make poison, that kind of stuff. So poison is also a very interesting thing that you can apply to your weapons, because it pretty much, well, it's poisoning. You poison them and they will gradually lose health. So you can end your fight much faster if you start with your opening act as hitting them on the arse with a weapon covered in poison and drawing blood, because they're then poisoned and they're losing health all the way through. So there are actually several different weapon types on this game, such as, give me a moment, skills, combat. So there's axe, bow, mace, sword, unarmed, etc, etc. So sword is your standard sword. These also often have the highest damage on the game, and they have plenty of tricks that you can actually do to like get the upper edge and get a hit in. So swords are pretty much the go-to thing. However, you may have trouble later in the game simply because swords don't go through armor plating very well. So axes is kind of the middle. It's basically, it can go through plating but not as well, but it's also got some intense cutting power. But mace, that is pretty much based purely on the fact that you can smash through plate armor, bruise them, destroy their bones, all the good stuff, and defeat them. So if you ever find later on in the game that you're having issue because you're using a sword, then I would advise switching to a mace and using that against plated armor. Most of the time I actually choose to have both a sword and a mace in my inventory, simply so I can switch around and use the weapon that is best for my enemy. So let's talk to these guys and get the crossguard.
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and pommel. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Big man here thinking he's rich. So there's some more nettles here in case anyone was wondering where some more is. So I don't think we've got the buff quite yet, but that is exactly what we're aiming for. So I think it takes like maybe 80 or 100 nettles being picked to actually get that buff. But that doesn't actually take long when you consider that you can actually pick multiple at once you've got your herbalism status up. See, I just picked up like 6, 7 at once. And I've only leveled up my herbalism a couple of times. So this game does have a max weight limit that you can hold. So this is actually affected by your strength. You start out at 70, I believe. So we already got ourselves level 2 in strength. So the more you go up, so each level of strength also significantly increases the capacity of your inventory, as well as how fast you can sprint with a heavy load. So the main way that you raise strength is by hitting people, pretty much combat. So I'm going to be showing you a tip and trick for how to do that later in the game. So I know that it was partially patched how I do it, however it is still applicable if you put skill into it, which I think is actually a fair deal. So that's all the nettles collected. Now let's continue on. So there's also a stealth element to this game. So we're currently level 0 out of 20, and that's no good. That basically means that we can probably not stealth kill many people. And to even stealth kill in the first place, you will be needing level 5 as well as a dagger in your inventory. So I'm not going to be leveling all the way to 20 in this first part. I'm going to be simply getting us to level 5 so that we can stealth kill people. So to begin with, you can actually stealth knock out people, and whether or not you succeed is heavily dependent on both their armor as well as their stats. If I tried to stealth kill these guys, it would be a fail. They'd just get out of my headlock and, well, they'd kill me. It wouldn't be nice. So crouch.
Why are you creeping around like a footpath?
Shut up. You know why I'm doing it, so I can knock you out, mate. Yep. So it's crouch and F. So you're going to want to make sure that no one actually sees you do it, otherwise you're in for a world of hurt because they'll actually alert the local authorities. And it isn't like GTA where they'll search for you, then give up. You actually remain wanted for a fairly long time. So even if you're out of combat, they'll still come for you. So I always make a point of collecting money as well as better gear. This guy's gear isn't particularly good, and there's no point stealing either anyway because we cannot actually sell it for now, because it has wanted on it. However, that wanted level does go away, and there's also fences that you can sell them to later in the game, one of which is a person who takes us in, and we will sell a bunch of stuff to him.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
That's a bit rude, Kunesh.
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Oh, he's the local big man, is he?
Look, I know things aren't easy. Your wife ran off, booze is dear these days, and you're as much use as a square wheel. It's no wonder you're short of coin.
Savage!
But a debt's a debt, and I can't leave here without something.
You son of a whore.
Oh no.
How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then. Bye.
Right, so we're going to be starting to fight this guy. So you're going to need to remember all of these actual controls. So F is for kick, tab locks on, L shift to unlock, and Q is for block. So we're going to be primarily doing jabs, simply because they're far faster and we can hopefully win that way. However, our aim isn't actually to win, surprisingly. So to be able to get these lockpicks, we need to be able to get into his chest. So we cannot win this because then we won't actually have a way to get into his chest. So we're going to have to deliberately lose, but I'm also planning to raise my stats a fair bit on this guy as well. So we need to deliberately lose to him, and then we go to our friend Fritz, I believe, and he will give us lockpicks to be able to get into his chest. So this guy's a bit of a dick though. Ooh. Okay, so I think you basically win or lose at about half health. So I'm not going to hurt him anymore. I'm just going to let him beat me up. But I'm raising my stats now because we're going to be fighting guards later and we will definitely need it. Otherwise, we're going to get, well, wrecked. Oh! That was a good shot, mate, to be fair. So we've now got an injury. We're going to be going to Mother to say, it hurts, please help me. Bandage me up. And she'll do that for us. I think I already have, mate. Look at the bruise on your face, little sissy boy. Come on at me. So if you time Q well, you can block it, and then later on, once you've been trained in ripostes, you can automatically do those as well. Come on, okay, fine. I'll start letting you hit me. Come on, come on, come on, boy, come on, boy. You know you want this. I'm not even gonna fight back.
To hell with you, you fucker!
Huh. Okay, lads, I was not expecting that. I've never actually drawn that battle out for that long. I've either let him straight away kill me or just completely smashed him into the ground. So we've got a new herbalism point. So there is this skill, Leg Day, which actually gives you strength experience from picking up herbs. I'm going to go with this one because charisma is actually fairly important. Alright, so we're now going to go to his chest, try to get into it, and it will give us a message that we need to find some other way. And then we can go to Fritz, and he will give us lock pins. Is that what it is? Okay, I've completely failed. Don't mind me, I'm just trespassing, it's perfectly fine.
A locked chest. I'll need a lockpick to get into that.
See, there we are. We've now got a mission.
Fritz might have one.
To get a lockpick from Fritz, and that is perfect for us. Is this the mother? It is the mother. Bandage me up.
Ma? Ma! I'm hurt. Won't stop bleeding.
Oh, now, stop squealing like a baby and show me that. There you are, good as new.
Yep,
You
she's
ought to
now
learn
bandaged
to do
us.
that yourself.
Thanks, Ma.
So, as I did mention, we unfortunately cannot do this ourselves. Our mother has to do it, but we will learn after the Skalitz arc. Okay, so before the mother comes, we're going to stealth take down this guy again. See, we've now reached a new level in stealth. Our aim for this episode is level 5. So this actually may end up being a long level 5, because to start off well, you will have to invest a fair bit of time. But it is worth it, trust me. Yeah. See? Okay, so that's not it, that's not it. So that's the flower power, which is the skill perk that we just bought with our skill point. But there's some more nettles over here, and we are going to try to get that vitality buff before too long. So you will need to take a big notice of your max carry weight. As you can see, I'm already at 59 out of 74, and that is not good. So I'm only collecting these, and I will sell them straight to the market, so we can earn money that way. So 250 will kind of be a negligible amount at the start. Well, later on it's a negligible amount, but considering we started with nothing, it is actually a lot. So, yeah. You'll find that having that 250 or whatever it is in your inventory later on will save you a lot of effort and pain. Especially as they may even try to get you involved in criminal activity to sell, well, to pay off your debt. And getting involved in criminal activity is never good. Let's see, do I got... Yes, there it is, resistance. So you now get a permanent +2 bonus on vitality, and we got that because we got, I guess it's about 100 or 150 nettles that you need. So right now, I'll just make sure that no one's watching, and I'm going to stealth take down this guy for more XP. Oi! Oi!
What's the matter, laddie? Need to shit?
No, I don't actually, you prick. Right, fine. Be that way.
Got bellyache, have you? That's nasty.
I don't know why it's not actually allowing us to do the KO. Maybe it's because he's currently doing an activity or something.
Are you looking for me? Hey.
Okay, let's just carry on. We'll carry on. So we're going to go straight to the market now and sell our weeds and stuff because we're almost now at full capacity. So sheep actually do spawn here, and later I'm going to show you a trick using those sheep that will help you raise your combat stats. And if you're stealthy about it, you won't even get into any trouble about it either. You just need to be sure that no one's around or watching, because, well, it gets a bit precarious if they are, because they will all call the guards on you, and you'll get like 5 guards come to your door at once, and that is never nice, because you're pretty much guaranteed to die. So if you have enough skill, later on in the game, once you have your riposte, it is actually possible to do a 1v3 or so, but it is actually incredibly difficult. This game is set on realism, so it's not the fact you're not like some kind of superhero who can take down 20 guys. You're as strong as any enemy, so you need to use skill, wit, prowess, and stats to be able to defeat someone, as well as a lot of patience. So one of the strategies that I've always used is the bow. So I run in, I bow a couple of times, and I run back out. Normally I use my horse to do this. We probably won't be getting our horse until episode 2 or 3 of this game, because this is going to be focused purely on tips and tricks. However, it's still good to use the bow anyway, because you can both hide after you've done a shot, or you can just run away. I mean, with enough luck, you can run away. Maybe you'll get caught, so it is better to always do the shot from a distance.
How are you, Henry?
Hello,
Hey, Pip.
buddy.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
It was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when a son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Absolutely, my friend. Let's go.
Yes.
Alright, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
However, this guy walks hella slow, so we're going to be selling our goods to the market traders first. Why, hello there, miss. Buy my crap.
God's blessing. Take care.
So one of the reasons that we took all that food is so we can sell it. Happy days. We'll sell all the cabbages, all the carrots, cheese and the onions. We'll just keep a few apples with us. Actually, we'll keep a couple onions as well, just in case. So as you can see, sage is actually worth 3 times more than the rest is. So that is always good to observe. And now we'll go follow this guy, and he's still not there simply because he is slow. So you can actually raise your vitality and your agility, I believe, by running and going over obstacles. So I normally like to try just run around him until he gets there because he's a bit of a slow git. Let's go back to that other guy first actually and see if he's woken up yet, and if he is, we'll stealth take down him again for a bit more XP. Yep, here he is. He's woken up at last. And you're instantly knocked out again, mate. So I would really recommend that you, before you ever take someone down, check the surroundings first, make sure no one's there. I don't think your mother would report you, but I honestly don't think I know for sure. I mean, it's an entire possibility, like maybe she wants to teach you a lesson, so you are aware that it's not okay to do it. So let's now start our sword training lesson with vaniak.
So, can we get started?
Absolutely.
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
So press 1
Very
to
well.
get your sword out.
Let's start with the basics.
And I just
Keep
press
moving.
tab to lock
Your
onto
life
him.
depends on it. All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself. Good. Very good. Not bad. Not bad. Fine. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. Good. Once again.
See,
good.
so as I've said before,
Nice.
it's actually so easy to be able to.
Good.
It's not easy at all.
Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another.
So my
Nice.
actual aim here is to raise my
All right.
swords level, because we need one of our combat stats at 5 if we want to be able to learn mastery posts. And I want to learn it as possible because it's actually a tournament that you can enroll in, and you pretty much cannot win it unless you have the riposts. So if possible, I want to actually have swords level 5, roughly near the end of the Skalitz arc, or level 5. So another trick you can use. Oh, see, that's one of the things that you can use to win. So if you make him run after you, he might not actually be in a position. See, we just got a hit on like that. So that's one of the tricks that I have picked up. And also time it well. So if you see him start initiating an attack, go for a jab attack because they're much faster. That's why in fist fights I always use the jabs. See, we just got that hit on, even though this guy's a combat master, and we're just a villager. We're a nobody. We're untrained. See, we've done it there again. So, as the guy has plate armor, we're not actually going to be able to do much damage to him with a sword. But if that was a mace, for example, it would be a fair bit of damage. Or if he didn't have the plate armor, it would also be a fair bit of damage, even with a sword. Straight in the face, boom, there he goes again. So this is one way that you can actually get some damage in on your opponent, even if you are less skilled than them, like your stats are lower. So we've just gained another level in strength, and I'm trying to get this as high as possible as well before the end of the Skalitz arc, because it's more holding weight. And unfortunately, gear like a breastplate or whatever will take up a fair bit of your inventory. No, okay. Oh, we just got the crap beat out of us, lads. Luckily, these are wooden swords, not real ones. So just that you guys aren't watching me do this for 10 whole minutes, I'm gonna end this right here.
Nice.
But I hope you took on board my tips and tricks that I gave you just there.
I don't know about you, but I'm tired of thirsty. Train hard. No one becomes smart overnight.
Ain't that the truth? Right, now I'm going to try to stealth take down this guy again. So, for some reason, whatever reason, we're not able to knock him out. That is actually saddening. He's one of the guys that I'd normally train myself on. Now let's go meet our friends. Fritz, Matthew, and some other guy.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with you,
is
Henry.
opposed to your king.
I'm with you, Matthew.
So such lords
What's
as
going on here?
Rosenberg,
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzig is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your deed will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
and don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
Too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Oh, you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some turds will do.
What do you say, Henry?
I hope they don't plan to do
I
it
was
with
going
their
to get
bare
ale for
hands.
father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, Hal, are you with us?
So morally, we shouldn't do this, but I think we actually have to do it to get the lockpicks off Fritz, so I will do it!
Oh well. Father can wait a while.
My words exactly.
I knew you wouldn't miss out on all the fun. Let's go.
I hope they're just not planning to actually pick up the turds with their hands, though. That would be gross. Like, you probably couldn't get that stink out even if you washed your hands for a year. And imagine getting it under your fingernails. Oh, that would be the end, lads. That would be the end. Hello, Fritz.
Listen, there's this...
Really?
It's just that someone has something that doesn't belong.
If you say so. It's not skin off my nose anyway. I've got some lockpicks you can have. But if you get caught, you didn't get them from me.
Never heard of you. Thanks, Fritz.
Right, there we go. Now, There we go. Lads, we have now got 4 lockpicks, so we can start being a sneaky little thief. Now let's discuss our plan of attack.
So are we doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? The Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go and lure her away somehow.
Why me?
Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
Alright, we've now got to go lure away the wife.
What do you want, lad?
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard, that sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
But to be fair, the way that we lured away the wife was actually like totally legitimate. Like that would be doing a neighbourly good service if it wasn't for the fact that we were going to throw this crap all over his house. See, that lost our reputation, but it is what it is. Oh, that squelching sound.
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Hardly clean.
Nearly as good as having that traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund.
Oh, this is so cruel, though.
Eat shit, Deutsches.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Absolutely.
More sons! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbyszek? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
Oh, good aim! Good aim!
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
That ain't something you can do just by fluke. That is genuine aim, lads. Like, major kudos for that one. Let's go beat up this guy that got turds in his face. Completely obliterating him right now. He's gone. There we are. Oh, bugger. Alright, who's this? Who's hit me? Right, run! Run! So we took some damage, so we're going to have to run off to our mummy to get her to heal it for us. Run, run! So we need to meet the lads behind Kunesh's house. So I'm going to show you a little trick. It's not really even a tip. Well, it's not a trick, it is a tip. So later on, in alchemy, there's going to be a certain ingredient that you are going to obtain in, and it's used for some pretty good stuff too. So you can actually find a fair bit of it right here, and it's called wormwood. It's these things that look kind of yellow and green. So they actually look like common grass that you can't even pick up, but you'll notice that there are some that you can, such as this. No. Okay, so this is actually the type that looks... That is the type that you can't pick up, I think. Yeah, this is the type that you can. See, that's how easy it is to confuse it, lads. So when you use the herbalism skill, you only actually pick up multiple of what you're picking up. You don't just pick up everything in the area. As unfortunate as that is, I have to admit. So we've now actually got the lockpicks, and we can start lockpicking everything in Skalitz. So we can now make more money, and we can get better gear. And I'll be showing you exactly how I like to start out in relation to this. So we are running pretty slowly, but I believe that your actual movement speed will increase later on when you've trained your stats. So yeah. So this is the actual guard that we're going to be going after first, because he even has a bow. Happy days. And we're going to use that to go kill other guards. So this may either be a long part 1, or I will actually put it as 2 parts instead.
Huh?
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
Anyway, nice job at the Deutsches. Never a dull moment with you lot.
Okay lads, so we have now got a lockpick, and we are going to lockpick the chest in Kunesh's house. Though obviously if we enter his house, when he's right there, he's going to see us. So we have to wait until he goes around there with his basket. So in the meantime, we're going to go get ourselves healed by our mum, and we're also going to go do this guy again for more stealth XP. He's so unfortunate though, isn't he? I think this is the 4th time now that we've knocked him out. So, okay, so we're a bit hungry, so I'm going to go eat from the pot outside our house, and I'll have our mum heal us as well. So even if you don't actually have any food, it's always a good general rule of thumb to look out for these things, because they give about 25 or 30, no, it is 25 exactly, and they will refill after a couple of days, in-game days that is.
Ma? Ma! I'm hurt. Won't stop bleeding.
Oh, now, stop squealing like a baby and show me that. There you are, good as new. You ought to learn to do that yourself.
Thanks, Ma.
Okay, so we've now got more health, so let's go deal with Kunesh's debt. So the guy's completely flat broke. You won't find anything in his house other than the house. No, sorry, other than the nails, hammer, and axe. Okay, so he's actually not in front now. So this could potentially be a good moment for us to stealth our way into his house. So if you use C for crouch, you can crouch, and that will always help you for stealth. So to lockpick on this game, you get it into a gold ball, and then you move it with W, and you try to stay on the gold fully, otherwise you'll lock your pick until it's unlocked. So he's literally only got... Okay, so actually, he is right now using that axe. Jacked! And I will give it to this guy and get some charcoal. So I believe that Papa Bear wants 10.
God almighty. Has something happened to you? Did someone steal your fancy clothes?
So that's what they like to say to you when you're dirty, or if you've been, like, damaged. So I've got a lot of cuts and bruises on my face right now. So he's just ripping into me, basically saying I'm an ugly bastard. So let's hope that this guy does actually accept that crap. Yay, he did! Happy days. Alright, so now I'm going to go show you guys our next target for stealth takedowns. So obviously we can't do him because his daughter Bianca is outside his house. So now... Oh.
Don't worry. I'll give you what's due when you catch them. But first, you have to catch them.
Okay. So we'll be killing this guy later, and he doesn't even know it. He's just a generic guy called Catchpole. But what we're going in for is stealth takedown in this guy, because like Kunesh, he's focused on his wood cutting for the rest of the day, and those guys up there can't quite see us from that distance. So we're going to stealth, not even stealth kill him, we're just going to take him out so we can take him down time and again for more XP. But this guy actually has some pretty good loot. He has a door key, gold ring, worth a lot, groschen, trunk key, this, decorated shirt, all good stuff. So now we're going to wear his crap. Just because it actually looks better. See, so that's a little bit of extra armor value there. So this is your armor value, and that will reduce how much damage you take. So these are 3, while our old boots were 2. Let's drop this. We don't need it. And we wear these. So noblewoman's hose, like if you look at here, charisma 16, charisma 8, and the durability is also higher. So fair dues, we're using that. Same with decorated shirt, more charisma than this. This is 5, this is 12. So we're going to get rid of this as well. So we now have a dagger, and we can actually use that for stealth kills. So let's go into his house, and I'll be showing you something interesting that you're going to need for when you eventually have to fight guards. So it's not in this chest, but we're going to be unlocking it anyway because it's actually lockpicking XP anyway. And later on in the series, we're going to need to get our way into very hard chests. So we're going to need high level in lockpicking. So you're pretty much going to want level 12 minimum, kind of. And I just unlocked that by accident. I was meant to lockpick it, but hey-oh. So you're going to want to be careful with your lockpicks because they will break. See, look, we could get a budgie on, our first weapon. And this is also an outer jacket. It's got 6 whole defense value. And we're going to jack a hat because we don't have a hat. And that's another defense value added on. So we've now actually got probably, out of all the villagers in this village, we've now got the best armor. So this actually replaced our red scarf as well. So that was 1 and that's 6. So that was a good trade-off. And now let's equip our bludgeon, so we now actually have a weapon as well. And don't worry, they're not going to connect it just because we've dropped our clothes there, somehow. Oh god, apparently we're... Oh no, we're just not dirty at all, that's why, okay. Right, so let's now look for our first person that we can stealth take down. Sadly, we can't do it for his wife because she's right up against a wall. And to stealth take down someone, you need to be... Okay, so this guy's...
Is there something you need?
Yes, I'm going to stealth take down you, don't worry. I'm just going to mug you.
What do you think you're...
Okay, so that was just about far enough that they didn't see me do that. Let's take his money and all his keys and his axe, because we're going to need an axe so we can train with it later for XP. So what I actually want to do currently is train our stealth until level 5, so we can try stealth kill the guard over in that direction and then take his gear. Okay. So this woman, she's actually not noticed that guy being unconscious. So we're going to follow her, and when the time comes, we're stealth taking down her. Come on, go down there. Go into somewhere a bit less noticeable. Come on. Thank you. I appreciate your effort. See, lads, when you're going to be doing a crime, at least be polite about it. Give them a thanks. Take their loot with appreciation. It's not yours, it's theirs. They've worked hard for it. But, yeah, it's now mine. So we've already got 114 groschen. And that is lovely. So let's check our stealth. So it's level 2 and we're almost level 3. So before we can do anything else, we need to get level 5. So I also intend to be doing a little bit of lockpicking. So there is a lockpick, no, there's a chest which is locked in Henry's house. So we're going to be doing that one next. And then later on, once we've got a bit of gear, we'll be doing the stuff in everyone else's houses. Just so if we do get caught, we can fight back. Let's quickly leave the scene of the crime, and then we will check our stealth points. So we can get Daring, Debonair, or Rain Man. Okay, so that's useful. However, I actually choose always to save this stealth point for when we're level 5, so we can get Crouching Chameleon, because you get a 30% stealth bonus when you're crouching without movement. So if you need to hide, that's useful, and you also need a stealth point kill. Sorry, a stealth point for stealth kill. So we're going to be waiting until level 5, and then we get both those skills. So I believe that you also get some stealth XP when you lockpick in front near the owner. So you'll actually find a little surprise in this chest. It's kind of like an Easter egg in a way, because like you're lockpicking in your own house. So you can get Henry's beta die. Yep. And then there's this, a skill book on strength. So we cannot read this yet. We've been raised a blacksmith's son. We are illiterate, but we can learn to read later on, and we are going to be doing that. And then we can use skill books like those. So you get XP in reading for such things, but you also get XP in reading whenever you actually just read a normal book as well, and there's many of those out and about. Okay, so for now we're going to be focusing solely on stealth XP. So Bianca is still there, annoyingly. Let's go into the house. Okay, yeah, so she's following me. Okay, so we cannot knock her out, but we can actually now knock out the person she lives with. Shame that, shame that. Also, guys, there was that symbol that appeared about trespassing. Please, please do not stay in the house too long.
Henry?
Because
Are
they
you
will
quite
get,
well?
Yes, they will get very angry about it and report you to the guards. So as you can see, I love to make a cycle of simply taking them down whenever they're back up. So I understand this will be a bit boring, but this is an episode on tips and tricks. So you're going to need to do a lot of running about so you're not ever caught at the scene of a crime. Okay, so these guys aren't up here either. Let's see if we can do it to his wife. I don't think we can. Hello, lady. You enjoying your house? Do you like that? We added a bit of brown for you. If you appreciate it. I'm sure she does. Right, this guy's up. We're now going to stealth take down him. Now that I think about it, I don't think that we have actually gathered all the stuff in this house. So she'll be waking up soon, so we need to do this fast and then knock out her as well. So you can also pickpocket in this game, but you do actually need to be trained on how to do it first, and we can't get that training until after the Skalitz arc. So we'll be patient and wait until then, and I'll show you exactly how to pickpocket later on. Okay, so we're not going to rob their generic crap simply because it's not worth it.
I'm glad you stopped by.
On time, perfect timing. If she entered the house, we might have been for a bit of trouble. Okay, lads. Okay. Now, so there's some other people that I actually like to stealth take down for XP as well. So I believe that was some more wormwood over there if you'd like to collect it, lads. So if we go down this area. So sadly there's no chests or anything that we can collect in these couple of buildings, but there is in here. Where is it? There it is. So we just reached a new level. Okay, so the guard is there, so let's open the house and get inside it post haste. So I'm trying to be as quiet as I can right now, Les. So I want you guys to know that when it comes to stealth, things like having plate armor, shiny armor, and brightly coloured clothes, you get a minus stealth point. Well, minus stealth on them. So that's a bit hard. Also, I just broke one of my lockpicks. You guys need to be careful as well, because we only get 4 until later in the game. There's no other place to get them in Skalitz. So we've only got 3 left. We'll have to be careful. Right, when you look at it, you can actually get a fairly high lockpicking level if you're careful in Skalitz, because there's actually maybe 1 or 2 chests in pretty much every single house. And by the end of it, you'll find that you're a pretty rich doddy as well.
Is there something you need?
Hello, Baran. No, there's not something I need, but I do want to stealth take down you. Haha! Hello. Follow me. Are you gonna come? No? Yeah. Okay. Shut up, Baran. Follow me. Come on. No. Come on. Come on. We're gonna lure him down into these dark areas and then toss him there. Actually, there is a chest there. I didn't notice it before. We'll be lockpicking that as well. There we are. New level in stealth. Happy days. Now we're going to toss this guy up on our shoulder and leave him. Well, we're going to take him out of the open. So we'll just drop him right here. And we'll loot him. So even if you're not lucky enough to get the lockpicks, you can still do this. You can stealth take down everyone, get their keys, get their trunk keys. Then you can get into the houses and open. No! What have I done? Damn! Okay, here's where it gets serious, lads. We screwed up. So pretty much everything that we own right now is stolen, so if the guards see us, they're going to come straight at us and they will take everything we own even if we surrender. So we're going to have to...
What's that?
Run! Good, he's not followed us. So we now need to somehow get stealth level 5 while evading the guards, and then get the guards' first equipment, and then kill every other guard.
Hey, is someone there?
Shut up, Jane. Okay, before she notices us, run. Run. So we're now level 4, I think. Yes, we're level 4. 1 level to go, and we're good. So let's get lasting lockpicks, as they last twice as long, and that is going to be absolutely essential for us, I believe. Okay, so the woman in the green dress has screwed off. So let's mug Jane. He's coming. Yeah, he's coming over this direction. Crap. I was hoping to get into that house, but he's screwed us. But now he's left his post, so I'm going to go around him and go to the other side of the map, because there is some other people over there that we can get.
Good health to you.
Good health to you, Maruna. Nothing happened to me, don't worry. I've just got a bit of constipation. So the biggest tip or trick that I have for everyone right now is actually this. So if you press escape and then press the button right below it, the one that looks like a line and then a line horizontal, then a line vertically downwards, if you type in WH_PL_ show fire cursor 1. So basically in this game, archery is important, but it's super hard to aim, because when you have a bow out, this little dot that you see as our cursor disappears. So you're having to aim freehand. when you have that cheat on, actually keeps that cursor on. So that is definitely the #1 tip / trick / cheat that I have for everyone, and I hope that whenever you do the archery you put that on, or if you're looking for a bit of a challenging game, you use it too. I'm pretty much going to be using it in every single one of my episodes, so you'll see it plenty of times being activated. So once we have a high enough lockpicking level, there's actually something I want to show you guys. Come on. Yes! That was a hard one, so that was a lot harder to do. Okay, we're stealing all of this. That is actually good stuff. Butcher's Blade, Coopers, and always remember to, guys, take every kit because you can do your own maintenance that way. It is good stuff. Let's see, what weapon should we now have equipped? So this has a minimum agility of 4 and ours is 2. Okay. Well, we need to actually get up our sword skill anyway, so this is perfectly fine. I'm trying to stealth it. Come on. Don't notice me, please. So all this time we've been wanted, lads. So your stealth level is actually super important when you wanted, because it does help you hide. I hope that you guys take that advice onto heart and get your stealth up from the very beginning too. So obviously you do need to invest time. Like if I wasn't doing any of these tips and tricks and starting out normally, I think I would already be out of Skalitz probably maybe half an hour ago. Maybe something like that. Okay, let's stealth take down this guy. Okay, so the villager has changed. He now has that, whatever that is. Dagger, door key, trunk. Huh.
You men are like little kids.
Don't notice me. Because if he notices you commit a crime, he'll run away. And I want to also do it on him for the XP too. Okay, sweet. He didn't notice. So let's stealth take down Adam too. Sweet, we're now level 5, lads. So, I'm actually not going to do this yet because we cannot save. We do not have a single snaps. See, we can't save. If we do this now, we've lost all this hour's progress. So I am gonna try to go over to Bianca, and she will share with us some Saviour's snaps, and then we'll save straight away and get our goods. I mean, admittedly, I really actually should have done this to begin with. I should have gone to her from the very start.
Mother of God.
No. We need to somehow make it across the square. Oh my god.
Vegetables, fruits, apples, cucumbers.
You! Stop right where you are!
Shit, he saw us.
Hey, you! Halt!
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't.
You've committed a crime and I'm arresting you.
No, you're not. I really don't want to be arrested. Please. Because if we die, we're screwed. I'll try to pay the fine, but we'll probably lose all our gear. Okay, stop, stop, stop. I surrender. I surrender. Shit.
It's you. You crippled some. This definitely.
Damn it. Here's your
Thank
coin,
God we have enough money.
Paid for your crime.
Okay. Okay. And we kept our gear. We're so lucky that was a crime of crippling someone rather than a crime of stealing. Because if that was a crime of stealing, they would have taken everything that we had that was stolen. Unless yeah, it's still registered as stolen, so... Whew. Okay, lads, let's go straight to Bianca. And now I think about it, anyway, this guy is the bailiff, so we would have been screwed to
Hey,
begin
Henry's
with.
come to see us.
So, before you commit crimes,
God
I would
save, my
personally
lovely.
recommend you see Bianca.
You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
You do, of course.
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
Let's talk. Give me all of your saber. I can't afford a single one.
As you wish.
Shut up. Talk to me. She hasn't given us any save your snaps yet.
Look at this.
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Good luck then. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vaniak?
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite, Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Oh, you know what that means, lads. So we just got 5 We're wanted again. Why? Okay, guys, so we're going to be saving here very quickly. Let's eat this and we'll save, and then we'll continue on with the guards. However, we're going to be ending part 1 here. I hope we gave you enough tips and tricks to get you started. However, we're now going to be showing defeating guards and continuing from there in the next episode. So please make sure you click the next episode, and I'm sure that you'll see everything you need to know on how to get started well at the very start of the game, so that you're prepared for when you have to do missions later on. Because we end up some kind of hero type guy where we go around helping people, saving people, and doing missions for the local lords. So, I will be seeing you in the next episode. Peace!